Hi, I'm Nick Ross for iTWire. Today we're with Commvault. Who are you? What is your role? And what is your remit, please?
Hi, thanks, Nick, for having me. My name is Martin Creighan. I'm the Vice President for Asia Pacific for Commvault, and my remit is to help enterprise organizations and government agencies become more cyber resilient.
Cool. And for those who don't know, could you remind everyone about Commvault's core objectives?
Commvault's core objective is to ensure data protection and cyber resiliency across the enterprise, and we are the only cyber resiliency platform that can protect any workload, any location, anywhere in the world, and with the lowest total cost of ownership.
And wow, I mean, good claims. Last week, Commvault announced a shift into the cloud. Can you tell us about that?
This is a monumental shift for all of us, not only Commvault, but I think the industry in general, Nick. What we're actually doing here is we're launching a phenomenal capability to help organizations become more cyber resilient. What does that really mean? In Australia and New Zealand, you've probably heard of a framework called the Essential Eight, which is essentially based off of the NIST framework that was being used globally. Or you might even have heard of, frameworks like Zero Trust in regards to organizations trying to become more cyber resilient and protect against the bad guys. What the shift is all about from a Commvault point of view is in those frameworks, you have a bunch of cybersecurity touch points to help the organization protect itself, whether it's perimeter security, access security, etc. In that framework, what you also see is that cyber resiliency, data protection, and recovery has a tendency to be on what we call the right side of that overall framework. And the shift is all about moving cyber resiliency from the last thought about piece of the framework to cover the entire framework and to really help an organization see and understand that it's not a matter of if you get breached, but a matter of when you get breached. And what we really need to focus on now is how can our organization, our enterprise, or our government agency be more cyber resilient?
And one of your announcements was about Metallic AI. Can you tell us about that and how it uses AI to protect data?
Yeah, so the Commvault Cloud platform is powered by Metallic AI, and basically at its most basic level, and the simplest way to say it is, we've built an AI capability into the platform to use AI to fight the bad guys who are using AI. If you think about the existential threat that's that every organization is facing today, they're facing breaches, they're facing ransomware attacks, malware being inserted into the organization, etc. And they're using AI, specifically generative AI, to come up with the scripts and to help them be very, very prescriptive and be very clever in how these attacks are taking place today. Well, in fact, we're combating that with AI of our own. In fact, we have a brand new co-pilot called Arlie, and that co-pilot is our AI co-pilot that is helping IT ops and security ops folks basically write code that can actually detect threats in the environment and actually help them get rid of those threats in a timely manner.
And another phrase that was in all your releases lately was cyber resilience. And what does that mean to you?
That's a great question. Our definition of cyber resilience is an enterprise organization or a government agency's ability to basically be under threat and continue to operate. So what that means is if you look at what's happened even in our marketplace in Australia and New Zealand over the last couple of weeks, we've seen some really bad things happening with DPP World. We've actually seen the unfortunate episode of what happened with Optus last year, etc. It is fair to say that enterprise organizations and government agencies are consistently under cyber attack and under threat of ransomware, malware, etc. So it's the organization's ability, the enterprise organization's ability, or the government agency's ability to withstand an attack, to withstand a breach, and continue to operate effectively and still meet its goals.
And you've also recently announced a load of partnerships with the likes of Entrust, Databricks, Palo Alto, and Microsoft. And what are these integrations bringing to Commvault services?
Yeah. That's a great question. What we've actually found, and I think this isn't, a new revelation, Nick, but what we've actually found is that cyber resiliency or cyber security or cyber protection in general is a team sport. And there is no one platform or one solution that's going to give you all the answers. So the ability for us to actually partner with leaders in their field, like CyberArk, like Darktrace, like Entrust and Netscope, from a cybersecurity point of view, like Palo Alto and Sentinel, Microsoft Sentinel, this gives us the capability to integrate our platform with theirs, which gives us better visibility, helps us detect threats faster, and basically gives us the opportunity to help an enterprise or an agency protect their data assets. But not only protect them, but then help them in a recovery situation. If there has been a breach or has been a problem, we can actually recover faster. So those partnerships are absolutely critical for us in regards to getting the best coverage and the best visibility across the enterprise, and utilizing the best tools and the best technology in the marketplace to combat the evil threats.
And how are all these benefits and announcements going to help your channel partners?
Number one, the cyber resiliency is at the top of mind for all executives across every enterprise organization or across every government agency. So number one, there's going to be greater opportunities to cross-sell and upsell, but most importantly, to help our customers, our collective customers, ensure that they're cyber resilient. It's going to give us the capability to work shorter sales cycles with our partners who have existing relationships with our customers, who might know their environments better than we do. It'll certainly help us grow the market, and market growth is certainly something that we all want to of course, obtain. But it also gives us true advisor or true trusted advisor status in regards to working with our customers, working with our partners, making sure the integration is there. And finally, it actually will absolutely deliver a better customer experience for our customers in the end when we're all working together on one same aligned goal, which is how do we help those enterprises and organizations become cyber resilient.
And what's next for Commvault in our region?
So Commvault's actually been around, Nick, for 27 years, and we've been operating in the Asia Pacific all of that time. The Asia Pacific region is extremely important for us, and we actually are seeing substantial growth across all geographies and all regions in Asia Pacific. So for us, our primary goal is how do we continue to help our existing customers, but also new customers in the enterprise markets and in the government agencies become more cyber resilient. And we'll do that with the continued innovation and the continued development of our platform and working with our partners and integrating more partners from a technology and innovation point of view as well. So lots to come in this space, and the launch of Commvault Cloud is just the beginning.
And is there anything else you'd like to add while you've got the ear of the iTWire B2B tech audience?
Absolutely. The one thing I'd love to say is that the only way that we're going to beat the bad guys is beat them together. The second thing that I wanted to highlight is that in the many months that I've been at Commvault and with the many customers, over 100 customers I spoke to in my first 90 days, I'm starting to see specific trends. And the one trend that I just wanted to highlight today is if you're in the market of data protection and making sure that your data assets are secure across the enterprise, please test your plans. Every organization I've spoken to, Nick, has an incident response plan, or they have a governance framework that's in place to help them become cyber resilient or to help them protect their data assets. However, what I'm finding is most organizations, in fact, less than 30% of those organizations are actually testing their plans on a regular basis. So there's no sense in having a plan, whether it's an incident response plan or a framework in place to protect your organization or to become cyber resilient if you're not actually testing the plan and making sure that plan is working.
Hey, thank you very much, Martin from Commvault.
Thank you.